Hello and welcome back to Money is Blind podcast. I am your host Prasoon and today I will be talking about Neuralink. It's a project started by the world's richest person, Elon Musk. And if you are into accessibility and assistive technology, you might have heard this at least one time. So when I joined the meeting, which was for all the channel members, the YouTube channel's name is The Blind Life, and the meeting was hosted by Samuel, or popularly known as Sam. One of the discussions that I brought up was about Neuralink. So, what is Neuralink? Today we'll be talking about that. I don't have too much idea on this topic, but I'll be sharing whatever I know. Just a glimmer of hope for you guys, those who are tech geeks. This one is for you. So, Neuralink is a project by Elon Musk, and just like how a smartphone camera works, the project aims at converting human brain and enhancing the power of a human brain with the help of microprocessors or chips. It is the same kind of chips that we use in our smartphones and laptops, but this one, it will be communicating with our brain through certain electrodes. So, where is this chip getting the information? When it comes to blind persons, it will be from a camera which could be installed or surgically fixed in the place of a person's eyes. So, instead of the light falling on the eyes and then going onto the retina and then converting those light signals into electrical signals, this thing will bypass it. The camera will be picking up the light signals just like a smartphone camera, and it will be converting those signals into a digital signal, just like what the image processor inside a camera does, inside a smartphone does, and it will be communicating directly with the chip, either directly or indirectly through a smartphone. So there are wireless technologies like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and these things can be used to collect and transmit the data which is collected by the camera to the microprocessor, which will be installed in the person's brain. So in this case, it will be like literally in the person's brain. So if you are planning to be one of the first person to try Neuralink, you will have to undergo a surgery. I heard that they have applied for FDA approval, but it might take another 5 to 10 years for this technology to be used in human beings. Now I think they are testing in animals, and it's like many animals have been slaughtered for experimentation purpose, just because of the fact that Elon Musk is a perfectionist. He is insisting and making the scientist and his team at Neuralink to make this technology perfect. So, according to a report from an unknown source, if Elon Musk was a little bit less perfectionist, many animal lives could have been saved. But if you ask me, it's better to test on animals before testing on human beings, right? So, this thing will have to be installed in a human brain by doing a cranial surgery. That means a hole needs to be drilled in the skull, just like we do with a drilling machine on the wall. And this chip will be installed in the brain, and this chip will be communicating with other parts of the brain through small wires, we can call them electrodes. And when these microprocessor or chip gathers information which it collects wirelessly, it then transmits those signals into nerve impulses which are transmitted through these electrodes, and these electrodes in turn stimulate the corresponding parts of the brain which needs to be stimulated for that signal to be processed by the human brain. So it will work. Right now the resolutions of what this microprocessor can achieve, the resolution of the image is not bad, but I think it can go up to 60 to 100 times better. A powerful camera or a powerful processor is used. There is always scope for improvement, because this is the first version of the product that we are talking about, and it is really highly hopeful for all blind persons, those who have never had vision. Even they will be able to see, but it will be like changing their identity. They will have to get trained, because they will now start seeing stuff. So it is a possibility, but every project comes with its own advantages as well as disadvantages. By the way, this project is not just for blind persons. It can be used for treatment of persons who are suffering from stroke, those who are paralyzed, those who can't move their limbs, for several neurodegenerative conditions like multiple sclerosis. There are several that I can't name enough. There are more than 100 neurological conditions which do not have a treatment or a cure at this point of time. All these conditions can be cured or managed with this chip. But what happens then? If you get this chip installed, there's a possibility of the chip being hacked. So when you get this chip, you become part of a technology. You become a device. Just like your smartphone or computer can be hacked by viruses or trojans or any malware, similarly, a person will be able to hack into your brain. You might have heard about hackers gaining access into pacemakers and committing homicides using those technology. There are actually movies based on that topic. Now, if you are a born criminal, or if this technology comes into the wrong hands, I didn't mean to say that you are a born criminal. I just meant if this technology comes into the wrong hands, it could be used to control human beings, emotions, memories, images, actions. It could be used to do anything. It is direct control that you are giving away wirelessly. It can be controlled by any hacker, any computer developer, someone who knows the stuff. If a company comes up, if Neuralink is the first company which comes up with this project, and when suppose it gets FDA approval, if that company's database gets hacked, if that company's security provisions gets hacked, you are at risk. You might have heard about security vulnerabilities happening in many governments. Even in the US government, you might have heard about the same happening at the Pentagon. And many companies, IBM, Microsoft, Netflix, many companies have been affected by security breaches and data has been lost. What happens when Neuralink, this company, gets hacked, or when such a security breach happens in this company? Can you imagine what is going to happen? So those are the disadvantages of this project. It is not like wearing a Google Glass or a wearable device which collects information, which acts as a camera and a microphone and a speakerphone. This one directly collects all the information through a camera, and of course it will be using other sensors, but instead of displaying it on a screen or a projector or using virtual reality or augmented reality, the information is directly transmitted to the human brain. It stimulates all the parts of the brain just like normal sense organs does. So that was Neuralink in short. I hope you understood. I watched some videos on this topic. If you want to learn more about this topic, you can always go to YouTube and search Neuralink. And I found one interesting video made by Mr. Who's the Boss, MRWHOS the Boss. His name is Aaron. I watch his videos. He's a tech reviewer. He's a tech YouTuber, just like Marcus Brownlee. And he has made a very good video. I watched that one as well. And the title of that video is Making Your Brain 1000 Times Stronger. Something like that. So that is about Neuralink. This is not like voiceover, screen readers, or any other Arkham or any other accessibility technologies that you have heard about so far. This is much, much more advanced. This is something which deals directly with your brain, and there is technology involved in it. So that was my MacBook. I was searching for my earphones. We can actually call it Apple AirPods, but I couldn't find it. So that was the voiceover in my Mac. So food for thought, guys, and a glimmer of hope for you. If you're a tech geek, something that you can expect in the next 5 to 10 years. If you want to listen to more of this kind of topics, just do one thing. Follow me on whichever podcast platform they are listening to right now. Or if you find a subscribe button, hit on that one. Scroll on to that using voiceover or talkback, and then double tap. That's it. You can also use Safari or Google Chrome in your phone and type in www.moneyisblind.com, and that's the website. There's a contact form. You can send your messages. There's a newsletter which you can subscribe. I'll be sending you emails, tips, and updates about my life. Something that you won't be getting through this podcast. So those are the things that you can do, and you can also sign up for the course which is coming up in June. More details about the course in the website. All right, bye then. Take care. Good night.